Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Kassia. Also, welcome to Scorpio season, which is beginning on the 23rd as I am filming this. We are doing the weekly reading. We're going to check into the big energies of this week, and then we're going to go into a pick-a-pile reading. Today is a portal day, as have been the last couple days, really, because we're moving through this numerical sequence of numbers. So today, as the sun enters the sign of Scorpio later on in the day, currently as I'm filming this, it's still at 29 degrees of Libra, but the sun will be moving into Scorpio later today. And we are in that number sequence of 10-2-3-2-3, 10-2-3-2-0-2-3 to be exact. So we all know at this point what that means. This is a day of creation, right? The 3 being the number of creation, the 1s, the 2s, and the 0s, the binary coding, the recoding of the matrix, moving into that 3 energy where the 2 energies come together to birth and create the 3rd. So this is a really powerful day. This is a day that begins to open that window and peel back the veil, which is what Scorpio energy and Scorpio season is all about. So we have that much of a deeper connection to our ancestors, to those who have passed. This is a time of honoring the dead, honoring those who have transitioned, honoring our ancestors and the wisdom that they have to give us. And so really working with that energy of connecting with these aspects, not only of our ancestors, seeing them as energies outside of ourselves, right? But connecting with our own selves through opening up to our multidimensionality and all the different incarnations. Like, this is a powerful time for soul retrievals and for connecting to those different aspects of ourselves in different lifetimes. Sorry, I had to slow down there to try to really get the thought to fully coalesce and come through here for you guys. So powerful time to be working with that energy. I'm just feeling intuitively like people are going to be having spontaneous soul retrievals and this energy of that. And remember, like, a lot of times when we have a soul retrieval, it's not this super intensive experience that people expect it to be. And the same is true with walk-ins. And so when I say a walk-in, what most people understand and what I understood of that until a certain point in my journey was that a walk-in is when another soul, another energy comes and steps in and takes over control of the body. And sometimes there are 2 souls at once that are operating within the body. Sometimes one leaves and the other takes up residence, so to speak. A lot of times this is a contract that was created ahead of time. Sometimes it's a spontaneous contract that occurs when the person currently having the incarnation is simply can't do it anymore. There's too much pain, there's too much suffering or trauma, and they feel the need to leave. And so instead of allowing the vessel to expire, they contract with another soul at that time to come in. So sometimes this is pre-planned, sometimes it is not. But that is typically what a lot of us understand as a walk-in. But another thing that I learned during my aura hypnosis retreat when I was learning the aura hypnosis healing and the raw Reiki entity removal was that sometimes we have walk-ins from our higher self, where more of our higher self's energy walks into and begins to house itself within our vessel. All right, so we take in more of our soul energy. So these are another version of walk-ins. And many of us have experienced this at one point or another where for whatever reason, whether it was a contract, whether it was a spontaneous thing, I'm not going to go down a rabbit hole there. I wanted to about whether anything is really spontaneous because our soul knew that we were going to do it. It's a rabbit hole. We're not going there. Watch the live stream I just did for the, what was it that why did I do that live stream? What were we talking about? Oh, we were talking about the lunar eclipse. So we're going to talk about it in a second here. There's more energy there, really digging into the lunar eclipse. So definitely check that out. I'm not going to go as detailed in this particular weekly reading. There's a whole video and a whole live stream on that. But we were talking about the energy of choice, the destiny versus fate, and our own, I don't know, just watch it. So I was thinking back to some of that energy here, but regardless, there are lots of different types of walk-ins, and we could look at some of this soul retrieval as a similar kind of experience, where it's like we are retrieving an aspect, a piece of our soul, a fragment, a fractal of our soul energy that had a different experience that wants to join with us in order, or return, or I guess you could call it. We're getting tied down in semantics here, right? And I don't want to get boggled down in that. But it's more pieces of the self, becoming more whole, bringing through more of our gifts and abilities as a result of this. All right, some of us having high-level walk-ins, especially when it comes to our own higher selves, another version or another piece of our higher self sort of walking in and joining the party, so to speak. So it's going to be, I think, a really interesting, and here we're not just talking about this week, we're talking about Scorpio season in general, perhaps hitting on some of those energies of the lunar eclipse. That is a big, big, big energy. And so what else do we want to discuss as far as Scorpio season goes in general? This is a time, this is Scorpio ruled by Mars, also ruled by Pluto, right? The true ruler of Scorpio, the deeper ruler of Scorpio, I guess we could say, being Pluto. So this is a time where we're examining the shadow, right? When we're really kind of intrigued. It's a time where we're enjoying the dance with our demons, so to speak. All right. And so the more that we can love and appreciate these aspects of ourselves, these darker aspects of ourselves, these more taboo aspects of ourselves, and explore that, the more we're going to get out of this season. All right. We really want to, and I don't mean like go ahead and do all kinds of wild and crazy stuff that we're going to regret later, right? Like, I don't mean like dance with your demons like that. I mean like really let them show you the deeper parts of yourself that you've been afraid to address, that you've been afraid to look at, your deeper desires, right? Scorpio, very much a sign about desire. All right, Scorpio's ultimate aim is to live a life in perfect congruence with the deepest desires of the heart. All right, so we're really looking into that energy here, exploring that, exploring the desires that perhaps society has told us we're not healthy, we're not acceptable, right? The sides of ourselves that we hid because we thought that others would be afraid, would judge us, would think differently, think worse of us. All of that stuff kind of coming up, and people really feeling that like we have permission to let loose. That's a lot of what Scorpio season is about in a lot of ways, to unleash our dark side, so to speak, but to do so in a healthy and constructive way, and learn the ways to do that, to express that aspect of self in a positive manner. So, and by positive, I mean a way that is healthy and productive for us. There is an aspect here, a deep aspect of intimacy, right? This is a season where we really we have that opportunity to get to know each other on a deeper level, because people are more likely and more willing to open up. They want to go deep. They want to have those conversations that keep you up until 3 o'clock in the morning, where you're just really like purging the depths of your soul and allowing another person to see that. So Scorpio season, it's not just about exploring your own darkness in the privacy of your, like your safe space alone. It's about having that courage to explore your darkness with another, to allow another person to see this, right? And like one of my favorite quotes, it says something like, if our demons can't dance, then neither can we. That's like the last line of it. There's a little bit more that goes into it, but that's like the very end of it. And so that's kind of the energy with Scorpio season. And it's beautiful. Let's see what else. This is a time where we may be feeling, it's like our passions are magnified, our interests are magnified. We have that laser vision and that laser focus sometimes when it comes to what we're passionate about. And so we will be having that extra energy to pour into that, especially where we have Mercury in Scorpio, having just moved into Scorpio. a couple days on the 21st, I believe, right before the start of Scorpio season. We also have Mars in Scorpio, and Mars and the Sun are going to be having a conjunction in Scorpio and starting a brand new, roughly 2-year cycle, 2.5-year cycle, something like that next month. So we will get into that energy because that's a big energy, right? That right there. It is, I believe, going to be 25 degrees of Scorpio where they meet, which is an Aries degree as far as degree theory goes. So big, intense energies there. We have that to look forward to. But right now we have Mars, Mercury, and now the Sun all in the sign of Scorpio. So we just got a whole lot of this intensity here that we are working with. And what were we just saying? We're talking about that deep level of connection with others. We're talking about, I don't know. I lost whatever we were talking about there. But it's, oh yes, our passions and really throwing ourselves into that laser focus. And so we want to like utilize that to really, if there's creative energy that we're wanting to put into something, to really allow that to use that impetus that Scorpio season allows. This is also a time of transmutation, of alchemy, of rebirth. So allowing whatever wants to die. Think of the death card in the tarot, which is the card that represents Scorpio energy and Plutonic energy, right? And so there may be endings for people. There may be powerful transformations. This is a time, like I said, we're bringing in more of our soul energy, more of that which we truly are and that which we have been, right? In other incarnations, in other expressions of self. And so as all of this begins to integrate other aspects, right? The illusions of who and what we thought we were are going to begin to die. So just expect that. Allow whatever in your life is wanting to be transformed, whatever is wanting to die, whatever is begging for rebirth. Just allow that process, honor that process, and honor Spirit saying wherever you are within that process, whether you are in the dying phase or the phase of rebirth, and you're probably in both at the same time in many ways. So just allow that energy, allow these natural cycles of change to transpire, right? As we're moving through eclipse season as well, this is all about change. And everybody is in a different phase and a different cycle of these changes. All right, what else do we want to talk about? We want to make sure that we don't fall into the lower vibrations of Scorpio energy. And so the lower vibrations of Scorpio energy would be possessiveness, jealousy, vindictiveness, control, right? Manipulation, all of these types of things. We want to really try to, if we feel those things coming up within us, we want to kind of understand, all right, where is this coming from? What is the wound here? What is the fear here that wants to be healed? Remember, this is what we're always doing. Yeah, and with that lunar eclipse happening in Taurus, all right, along that Taurus-Scorpio axis, while we have a whole lot of planets in Scorpio, right? The Sun, Mars, Mercury. Like I said, check out the lunar eclipse video for more in-depth information about this energy. But it's like we're really working with these energies of enlightenment, these energies of rebirth. Okay. I think that's it. As far as the energies go, we're going to get into the piles now. And this beautiful crystal, which is perfect for Scorpio season, right? One of my super special dark smoky quartzes wants to come out and play and sort of be holding space during this reading for everyone. So think of a number, 1, 2, 3. I'll give you a moment. Whichever number is resonating most with you at this time, we're going to keep this beautiful quartz. You're not going to be able to see it. Well, here, maybe we can keep it right here, unless it gets too much in the way. This is a small, especially with my phone. As you guys know, I'm still having issues with my computer, so I've been recording on my phone, and it doesn't give us a whole lot of space to work with here visually. All right, let's tap into pile number 1. Pile number 1, we're going to be using the Quantum Oracle today for your reading. Clear. All right, pile number 1, let's get some energy for this week. And I think I wrote it in the description of the video, but this is going from the 23rd until I believe it's the 29th is Sunday. That eclipse is on the 28th. So really building up to that energy all week. And then, of course, that energy leads into Samhain, or All Hallows Eve, and then the Day of the Dead. So just a powerful gateway of energy here. Really work with ancestral healing, ancestral magic. I'm saying this as I'm shuffling for pile 1. So perhaps pile 1, this is especially something for you guys to be doing, is checking in with your ancestors. Your ancestors may have messages for you. So meditate, light some candles. If you have crystal skulls or anything, the skull represents the energy of the ancestors' bones and skulls. All right, so what do we have coming out here? We have great gratitude, new supportive connections. And what I'm actually feeling with this card is I'm feeling the energy of Thanksgiving. So for some of you on pile number 1, we're fast forwarding to Thanksgiving right now. And during the Thanksgiving time, you are going to have some powerful new connections come in that are going to help support you with some of the endeavors, some of the things that you've been working on and working towards. You've needed that extra support, and that energy is coming in around Thanksgiving. And I don't know if this or something that you've been waiting for, but it has to do with gaining more connections and more support. So for some of you guys, this has to do with something that you've been creating and manifesting coming in around Thanksgiving. For some of you guys, this has to do with somebody you're going to meet, a person, or like a network of people that you're going to meet around Thanksgiving. It could be like literally at Thanksgiving dinner. It could be through something you do for Thanksgiving. Like some of you guys, if you volunteer for Thanksgiving, it's like through that volunteer work, you're going to meet these people. Like, I don't know, like I'm seeing somebody like volunteering at a soup kitchen or something. I don't know. So whatever you're doing, Thanksgiving time, people are going to be coming in for you that are going to bring you the support that you need and connect you with the people and the opportunities that you need. That's for some. For others in this pile, this is literally just the energy of like being grateful for your support system that you have now. And like that, just a message from Spirit letting you know that that energy is beginning to multiply. The 4, right? The gratitude is a 4 card, and then the people, the new supportive connections is an 8. So the 4 multiplies and doubles into the 8. So it's almost like for some of you people, your support system is going to double, or the amount of people in your life, in your world is going to double. For some people, it's like, it's not like a career thing or a networking connections that you need in terms of your career. For some of you, it is. But for some of you, it's like literally friends and people to connect with, people to enjoy this human journey with. That energy for you is going to increase and multiply tenfold. And I feel like it's definitely at least going to double, like I said. And it's definitely going to start. For some people, it's starting right now. For some people, you're like really going to see it by Thanksgiving or around Thanksgiving time. And it's just, you're going to have a lot to be grateful for as far as that goes. And then we have increase and the honoring path coming out. Yeah, so you guys have a lot to be grateful for, pile number 1. There's a lot that's kicking off for you here. Discovery on the bottom of the deck. Spirit wants you to be in this period of looking for and recognizing the value inherent in everything, in every conversation, in every experience that you have, in every opportunity. There is great value, and it's like the more that you can see that value and be grateful for it, the more your abundance is going to multiply. I feel like people, you're really going to be recognized too. Moving forward here. You're going to be recognized for the things that you do. You're going to be recognized for the places where you invest your energy. It's like if you have been feeling like nobody notices, like you're taken for granted. There's an energy here of people finally like recognizing everything that you do. It's like for some of you guys, I feel like you're the person behind the scenes and you feel like you never really get noticed. And maybe a lot of the time you don't require that. I feel like this is like a very Virgo energy here. You don't, excuse me. Ooh, it felt like I almost like caught something in my throat there. That was weird. Like I sucked in air and it almost was like inhaling like a bug or something. That was really strange, right? When I said feeling Virgo energy. That was odd. I don't even know what else to say about that, except that was really odd. It's that energy of like, you don't necessarily need the applause most of the time. You don't like to be in the spotlight, but there has been an energy lately where you have been wishing that people might notice a little bit and give you a little bit. It's like you just, because you step up and you do the things that you do all the time, people just expect it of you. And you've been wanting a little bit of appreciation. And I feel like that is coming through this week for you. I feel also like some of you guys, you may be getting like rewards or awards or promotions. And just if you've been putting a lot of time and effort into something that is related to the energy of the spotlight, I see, with discovery on the bottom of the deck, I feel like somebody's getting discovered this week. Or if it's not this week, it's going to be soon. Maybe within Scorpio season here. Maybe a little bit after toward Thanksgiving, right? We're feeling this energy strongly of Thanksgiving time coming in here. Yeah, I feel like somebody, it's like the right person that needs to see you and know that you exist is going to recognize you or find you. Either this week or within Scorpio season or by Thanksgiving or around Thanksgiving time. These are the time frames we're working with here. All right, so we have decrease and loss here. For some people, this feels like the passing of a loved one, I'm sorry to say. The passing of a loved one that actually activates your psychic powers and your intuitive powers to a greater level, which does often happen. A lot of people who are psychically gifted, they don't fully come into that energy, that power until it's a loss that catalyzes that, is what I'm trying to say here. And so my condolences. As we know, when somebody transitions, we call it transitioning because they're simply transitioning from one form of energy to the next. All right. And if they are transitioning during Scorpio season, the veil is going to be that much thinner for you to be able to communicate with them. For others of you, it's not that you're losing somebody this week or this season. It's that you have lost somebody and they're really on your mind this week. You may actually, so for some people, I feel like what it is you may have lost somebody. It could have even been quite some time ago. But this week or during Scorpio season here, you're beginning to communicate with them beyond the veil. It's like your mediumship abilities are activating this week or this month. And they're coming through. This person that you lost is coming through because they are one of your guides in this next phase of your journey. And this is a healing for you with this person too. All right, whatever energy from when they were alive that wasn't completed, they're coming through to complete with you now in the non-physical. They're coming here to help you finish healing. And they're coming here to help you move forward in this next leg of your journey, which is really beautiful. Yeah, that's powerful. And for some of you guys in this pile, it's not, this isn't related to anyone passing on at all. It's just like there is some type of loss happening for you this week. And I want to Yeah, we're going to use the Zodiac of the 108. I want to get into this a little bit more clear. What is this loss here? This decrease as far as beyond what I discussed for some people here. What is this for others? This energy of decrease and loss. What is this? Is this a financial loss? Is this the loss of a relationship? Remember, we're letting go, and the eclipse is moving things out. Moving things out and clearing and making space. All right? That's a big energy. That's something that I've been really concerned with, is creating space in my life. So we have the hot air balloon and the map. Interesting. So this is about ascension, upliftment, balance, freedom, and exploration. Look at that. All right. So for some people, if you are losing something or something's being removed from your life right now, this is opening you up for adventure. Okay? Whatever it is that you're leaving, whatever it is that you're transitioning out of. And this could be something that you are voluntarily letting go of. All right? Or this could be something that spirit, that this eclipse season is literally eclipsing out for you, removing for you. But the reason, notice I said for you. It's not taking something from you. It's removing something for you. Because it's time for you to move on to the next phase of your life. It's time for you to plot your course, to have an adventure, okay? This is setting you free. So if this is a job that you're leaving or that you're getting let go from, it's opening you up to more opportunity. If this is a place that you are leaving, right? It's opening you up to more opportunity. If this is a person that you're having to let go of, it's opening you up to more opportunity. Okay, this is beautiful energy here. That is wicked. That's so exciting. That's so exciting. All right. So look at it as a new adventure. Okay. And this is also bringing more balance to your life. It's going to bring more joy to your life if you allow it to. Okay. Remember, our resistance is what's painful. Okay. If you resist these changes, if you resist how spirit is trying to move you and you try to hang on, this could be incredibly uncomfortable. Okay. But you have the opportunity to really embrace more joy, to embrace adventure. Okay, to defy gravity. That's literally one of the things on this card. Okay, and it's an 8 card. It's a Leo card. All right, so this is like big energy here. Okay, really, this is about you. This is a brand new start for you. Uncharted energy, uncharted experiences. And you are being asked to pay attention, because Spirit's sending you some signs and synchronicities as far as like where it is that you are meant to go next, what it is that you're meant to do. All right. You know, within your heart of hearts, you will know. You'll know there's like, for some of you guys, it's like there's a choice between fear here or faith. So which are you going to go with? There's the choices that you want to make out of fear, and there's the choices that you feel compelled to make out of fear. I want to put it that way. And then there's the choice that you feel like you want to make, but you're afraid to make. That is the choice that involves faith. All right. Clear. Oh, you guys, this is so exciting. I'm so excited for you, pile 1. All right. We are going to wrap that up here. We're going to clear the energy. And we are going to move on now to pile number 2. Releasing 1, moving to pile 2. So for pile number 2, the Sacred Sea Oracle wants to come out for you. My beautiful pile 2s. Clear. Let's get some energy for this beginning of Scorpio season for all of my beautiful pile number 2s. What's going on for my pile 2s? I feel like a lot of times when I do the reading, like pile 2 is like my superstar seed pile or something. Because I always get that, like, you guys are all about, like, you want to know about the activations. You want to know about, like, I don't know. There's always something something going on for you guys. Like, I always get that strong starseed vibe. Everyone who watches this channel is a starseed, right? But it's just, I really feel that come through for you guys when I do your readings. So we have Peaceful Passageway. And this is a 5 card, right? Which represents changes. And this says, choose serenity. And so this is your reminder, pile 2. As you are moving through this eclipse, with that 5 energy, right? There are going to be changes. Things are shifting and changing. For some of you on pile 2, it's like the changes may be very dramatic. And you guys might want to check on with some of pile 1's reading too, because they had some big changes coming through for at the end of that reading. Okay? And you have the option here with whatever is going on in your life this week, or moving through Scorpio season. I've been feeling these energies kind of going a bit, I guess you could say, beyond this week, or perhaps quite a bit beyond this week, right? We never really know. This is just what we're being shown right now, and we're saying it's for this week, right? But it's like you have the option with whatever is transpiring in your reality. And I feel for some of you guys in other people's reality too. This isn't just about yours. This is about where you are getting emotionally invested in other people's realities too, and that's bringing you off center. You have the choice to choose to be frustrated, to choose to be irritated, to choose to be whatever, right? Or you can choose serenity. You can choose peace. You can choose to go with the flow. You can fight the current, or you can flow with it. Pile number 2. That is your choice this week. There is an opportunity. Like, this doesn't have to be a bumpy road, all right? There can be smooth sailing here for you. This also is reminding me in the sense of the energy of, or the question where they say sometimes, like, would you rather be right or would you rather be happy? So for some of you guys, this has to do with an argument that you've had with somebody, or this has to do with some type of disagreement, somewhere where you haven't seen eye to eye with somebody. And you're literally having that opportunity, literally, to become the bigger person and to make that choice. Do I want to be right or do I want to be happy? Okay? And so it's like putting the ego to the side and being that bigger person for somebody here. Knowing how to choose your battles and when to walk away. And walking away doesn't necessarily always mean literally walking away. Sometimes walking away means like letting somebody else be right, letting somebody else have the last word. I've been saying literally a lot in this reading, so I don't know if there's something with that word, or if there's something that you guys are meant to take quite literally. I don't know. Maybe I'm just saying it, but things usually aren't an accident. And I feel like I don't say that all the time when I speak. Maybe I do. I don't know. You guys can let me know in the comments. But there's something very, very literal happening for you guys this week. Or you're meant to take something literal. I don't know. All right. So we have the Kundalini Sea Queen coming out here. And this card is all about self-resilience. And notice, interestingly, right, we have all the blues. And this card has more of the higher chakra tones to me. Right? Especially the throat chakra. And this one has more of the heart and the solar plexus type colors here. And then this is very much heart on the bottom of the deck. Algae, medicine, mother. Consume consciously. Okay. So there is an energy where some of you guys in pile number 2, you're being asked to step up. And like what's going on right now is Spirit wants you to know and understand how incredibly resilient you truly are. And this isn't simple. This isn't to say this in a way where, like, you know, where there are people who, it's like this almost egoic need, or they have to prove something to themselves. And so they're self-resilient to the point where they push people away. They don't allow help when they need it. That kind of an energy. This isn't what we're talking about when I say what I'm going to say here. But Spirit's saying somebody has relied too much on other people and thinks that they cannot accomplish things without others. thinks that they cannot, it's like they can't hack it on their own. They can't stand on their own 2 feet. And so this week, for some of you on pile number 2 as well, there's this energy of spirit and really teaching you through the circumstances and events in your life how incredibly resilient you are. Whether this is in the material world, whether this is on an emotional level, a spiritual level, on multiple levels at once. I feel like Spirit is saying, like, you can do this. You are capable. You are competent. You've got this. All right? You have everything that you need within. You've learned. You have all the tools. You've learned all the things you need to know. Now it's time to put this into practice. And it's time to really step up and own your energy. And own your experience of this reality. Okay? This is card 20, which is a 2 card. Let's see. I want to see if there's any additional messages here. Let's see. The Kundalini Sea Queen is here as an archetypical example of what it means to embody your own life force energy. She is the representation of the great Kundalini energy that so many yearn to know within their own bodies. She has come to you in this reading as a signal that you are ready to open your own body and spirit to align with this vital life force energy that is lying dormant within you. Where have you played into the doormat archetype? She is calling you to take inventory of your life, every aspect of it, to know where you must stoke the flames of your own inner fire. In which areas of your life can you take back your own power? Where and with whom can you reclaim your strength? What areas have you let go of that you are ready to stand more powerfully in? When you take the time to do this regularly and devote your life to living in alignment with your core desired way of being, you can have access to your own multidimensional Merkaba, which can take you to new realms of understanding yourself and why you are here and what to do with your life while embodied in this density. All right? And the sacred meanings of this card are infinite healing capabilities, life energy inventory, sensational transformation, multi-dimensional Merkaba activation, okay? And the affirmation here is, I hold within my own infinite healing capabilities, or I hold within my own infinite healing capabilities. It is my responsibility to own, claim, and co-create the resilient power I desire to hold and share with others. I came to Earth to know my power, my life force energy, and to use it for the highest good of myself and others. And so I do. All right. Powerful stuff. Really stepping into yourselves this week and this month, and perhaps within the rest of this year, as I'm feeling these energies extending out for everybody. Okay. Big, big stuff. And you can do this chaotically or you can do this serenely. Depends on how well you are. It's like you're doing a trust fall with the universe right now in some senses. But it's not just about the energy of falling and letting go. It's also about the energy of taking charge. It's kind of like it's like you're learning how to trust yourself to take charge of your own life and your own energy. And you're really being asked to look at and inventory your relationships, your connections, your approach to matters, all the different ways that you use your life force energy, and all the ways that you interact with others, and what is healthy for you, what is not, to create the boundaries that need to be created. All right. And for some to break down the walls that need to be broken down. It's going to be different for different people. But it's really about coming into the self, being empowered. And for some of you guys, like, really work with yoga, work with that energy of the Kundalini, right? Work within those lower chakras, because your energy wants to be moving. And the more you move, the more you're going to be able to release energy. So work with yoga, work with breath work with anything that gets your heart pumping and gets the energy, literally, the vitality and the energy moving through you. For some people, there may be I almost said literal again, quite literal Kundalini activations going on here as well. And there's definitely a powerful activation. This is the balancing right here of the feminine and the masculine energies, really bringing those into balance. And it's no mistake, right? We talked about this being the energy of the 2, right? The 20 being the 2 energy, which is the duality, the masculine and the feminine. So you're really working with learning how to balance those energies. And so that's another area to be taking inventory of this week, this month, and as we move through the rest of 2023 is like, where are you more strongly in your masculine and your feminine, and where is it needed for you to bring that back into balance so that you can have that synergy going on? And here with this reminder on the bottom of the deck, card number 13, which is the card of the multiverse, right? The 1213 DNA strands, the 1213 dimensions, the 1213 chakra system, all of it going on and on with this number 13, okay? This is powerful. This is you embracing all dimensions of your being. I feel with that 13 energy, embracing your potential as a creator, definitely embracing your feminine. And what this says, consume consciously on it. So it is that energy of paying attention as you're moving through. And this is another way that you take your power back and you really focus on your sovereignty, is like, what are you consuming on a regular basis? This is what you're watching, what you're listening to, where you're going, the people that you're spending your time around. This is also you, because you spend more time around yourself than anybody else. What are you consuming from your own mind? What are you taking in? What is your own internal world? Your internal thoughts, right? Are these beneficial? Is there a way that you can shift any of these energies to be more beneficial? All right, really be aware of that, because I feel like you are extra open. This month, your energy is extra open. It could be because you have so much going on that you're just, it's just, you're being broken open in a sense. And the veil is thinner right now, which makes everyone and everything extra open, right? It's extra sensory, like extra sensory palooza going on right now during Scorpio season, okay? So make sure that you are very conscious over what you're consuming. Physically, emotionally, spiritually, in every sense of the word, because it is having a major effect on you. And we have inner light activation, card number 8, rainbow light temple under that. All right. You are also receiving powerful activations. Like we said, possibly Kundalini, the rainbow light activation, inner light activation though, right? So the inner light, this is all about your internal world, your internal fire, your inner power. Okay. I love that. I absolutely love that for you. All right. So much love to my beautiful, oh, what card is this that wanted to be known before we close? See, Goddess of Abundance. Celebrate abundance. Especially if you are feeling lacking in your life, celebrate the abundance in your life and know without a shadow of a doubt that you are worthy. And that recognize Spirit saying there's more abundance in your life than you think. Okay? So celebrate that wherever you find it. Clear. If you are feeling overwhelmed, if you are feeling like you are lacking this week, this month, the rest of this year, go back to the practice of writing a gratitude list. All right. Clear. All right. Thank you. Love you so much. You are all so beautiful. If you want to reach out for a personal reading, personal energy, clearing, any of the stuff that I do, my information is in the description box below. All right. Now we're going to clear. All right, pile number 3. Now I am being called because this is going to be very short, just because of time constraints at the moment. So what Spirit is saying is that there are going to be 2 + 1 = 3. Okay. So pile 2 and pile number 1, there may be messages for you guys in either one or both of those piles. I feel like there's some things for both of you guys in that pile, or why did I say both of you guys? Is there 2 people involved in some stuff going on with you this week, pile 3? Is there there may be some relationship. This could be not just romantic, but any kind of relationships with people in your lives that may be a big focus on the minds of my pile number 3s. That may be why I said both of you like that. Yeah, you're being called to watch the other readings because there's going to be aspects in there for you. Clear. But we are going to pull a few cards for you from the Tarot for Reiki, Reiki, Empath, Light Workers, whatever this one's called. It has a really long name, but it's a really great deck. Oh, my left ear just went really, had a huge ringing in it. I feel like you guys may be doing some heavy shadow week this work. Jesus. Some heavy shadow work this week because I was called to pull the Dark Mirror Oracle for you. So I'm probably going to close with a card or two from that, but I want to get out a couple cards from this deck for you first. First one coming out is the Hierophant. Traditional teachings and the Seven of Wands, all indetermined. It's calling to me on the bottom of the deck too. So I feel for some of you guys, you may be throwing yourself into something this week, this month, this year. I'm feeling this energy is for everyone, extending far beyond just this week. All right. This may be you throwing yourself into something new that you're learning. All right. This could be a spiritual practice or tradition, some sort of esoteric practice. This is Scorpio rules the occult and the 8th house and all of these energies. So it would definitely make sense if you were throwing yourself into some occult teachings. For some of you guys, you're getting a certification. You are just being really intrigued by something, especially religious based. All right. Religious or like we said, esoteric, spiritual, any of these types of things. And something about what you're learning is inspiring you. And so Spirit's saying, take that inspiration and run with it. And whatever you are studying or learning right now, for some of you guys, it's like a class that you're wanting to take, a certification you're wanting to get. Definitely go for it. It's going to be powerful for you. Then we have the Death card. We got that Scorpio energy coming through here. All right. And the Page of Swords. So this is saying there is something transforming here. There is something that's ending. And you're being asked to be resourceful here. And notice how we have both sides of the brain here. We have the right brain and the left brain. And in this card, this is my left. Could be your right, the way that you're viewing this, but when I hold this up, this is my left brain. So there's something about the harmonizing the hemispheres of the brain, or very specifically for some people, one side of the brain activating. Your creative side, I feel, really activating this week. So there's definitely a powerful reactivation of your creative side, your creative mind. But this is also about balancing both sides of both hemispheres of your brain and utilizing both aspects. This is your masculine and your feminine. We talked about this in pile 2's reading as well. Balancing, harmonizing the masculine and the feminine, using logic and intuition in the decisions that you make. Like we said, something is transforming, something is ending here. And in order to figure out your next steps and in order to navigate this, you're going to have to employ both logic and intuition. If you go too heavily in either direction, you're going to be unbalanced and you're going to make an unbalanced decision. All right, you're going to, cooler heads, cooler minds will prevail if you choose the middle path, the middle route here. All right, there definitely is some challenge coming in for you guys. My pile 3s this week. Yeah, we got the 3 of Swords here. And the 7 of Cups, all right? Yeah, something really painful. There's a painful ending for my pile 2s going on this week. And there's a lot of confusion. It's like something is ending. And you have a lot of choices. You have a lot of decisions to make. For some of you guys, it could be like a breakup maybe. And perhaps you lived with this person and now you have to decide what you're going to, where you're going to go, what you're going to do next. It's like a chapter of your life is ending and a new one is beginning. But there's a lot within that. A lot of choices, a lot of decisions that need to be made, a lot of actions that need to be taken. And for some of you guys, it's like you're kind of feeling paralyzed. And for some of you guys, you're feeling You're feeling like you want to indulge in old behaviors. All right, so don't fall victim to the temptations, to the devil energies. All right, this is bringing out, this is why the dark mirror, I don't think I'm going to have time to pull this for you guys. A card from that specifically. I am going to do a shadow reading for Scorpio season though. And I'm sure that when I do that reading, you'll relate to some of those energies. But whatever situation is going on right now with you, it is triggering a lot of shadow energies within you. It's bringing up the things that need to be seen so that they can be transformed and really helping you to step into a deeper sense of your power, okay? Yeah, Emperor, see? Your power, your sovereignty, being the sovereign. Definitely check out pile number 2. And like I said, I think there's energies in both of those for you guys. 1 and 2. But definitely pile 2. All right. We have the King of Swords here once again. The logic. The masculine energy. And it's interesting because in pile number 2 is the balance of the masculine and feminine, but there was a bit of an emphasis on the feminine energy. Here, it's once again the balance of the masculine and feminine, but I'm feeling more of as we continue going, I'm feeling more of an emphasis on the masculine energy here. So it's really balancing out, acting from that place of the balanced, healed masculine. All right. And so what this is saying is like, you want to be, you want to be, like I said, you do want to be making choices from a balanced place of the intuitive and the logic, right? That is factual. However, the more I'm going through with this reading, it's becoming more apparent that Spirit is really wanting you to know the difference between utilizing your intuition to make a choice and choosing based on your emotions. Your emotions and your intuition are not the same thing. All right, you may be overrun with emotion. You may have fear, a lot of fears coming up, a lot of those shadow energies, like we said, as a result of whatever this breakup, whatever this shift, whatever this change, whatever it is that's ending here. And you're not meant to make a choice, a reactionary choice based on your emotions. Spirit's saying use your better judgment here, okay? Step into, be the sovereign of your own reality and make choices based from that, more from that, leaning more toward the strong logical standpoint. All right, taking into account the intuition. But if your emotions drown out your intuition, then go more steadily with the logic. And as you're following that energy, it's like when you move more into your logical energy, your masculine, it'll move you out of the emotion, and then your intuition will start be able to peek out from underneath the emotion, if that makes any sense. All right. We have the Sun in the World here, okay? This is unbridled joy in this card and triumphant completion. So what this is telling you guys, and strength, unquestioned confidence, with the Magician under that, okay? You can't get better than this, you guys. So what this is telling you is, even though this situation is challenging, even though in some senses your heart is breaking right now, even though there is a lot of pain and a lot of disillusionment, this is ultimately what is in store for you. This is the result of the changes that are going on in your life right now, whether you appreciate them or not as you're going through these energies and these emotions. It's also saying whatever it is that you've been studying, especially if it's been like a religious teaching or a philosophical or esoteric teaching, there is information in here that's going to help you cope with what's going on right now. And it's going to help you find the best solution and the best outcome, okay? So refer back to the teachings, to the things that you're studying and learning right now. The principles I'm feeling. You're learning those. It's not a mistake that you started studying those right now. Spirit led you in that direction for a reason, because it's going to assist you in moving through these energies and making the choices and decisions you need to make. And it's all integrating. It's all coming together perfectly. You don't even realize how perfect this is right now. So just know this is a major cycle of triumphant completion here. All right. So this is beautiful. This cycle that's ending, this ending that's happening is beautiful in the sense that you've learned everything you were meant to learn from the situation That is ending. And now it's time to move on, okay? It's time to move on with strength, with determination, knowing that you are the creator of your reality. You are the architect of your reality. So what are you creating next? Okay? I love you guys so much. This is so beautiful. Like I said, definitely check out Pile 2's reading. There's going to be some stuff in there for you, especially toward the end. And, I mean, for some of you guys, Pile 1 as well. All right. I love you. I honor you. I respect you. Have a beautiful week. And we'll continue to touch base. And I know that we will talk soon. Bye.